What if I told you that just 15 minutes a day could be the difference between needing help getting dressed at age 75 and still playing tag with your grandchildren in the backyard? Here is something most people do not know. After age 60, we lose muscle mass at a staggering rate of 3 to 8% per year. This process is called sarcopenia, and it is a silent decline that threatens more than just your physique. It threatens your freedom. Today, we are shifting the focus. We often believe that heavy lifting and deep squats are the only ways to stay strong. But as we cross the threshold of 50, the stakes change. Standard movements can sometimes demand more from our joints than they return in function. I am talking about exercises so simple you can do them while watching your favorite show, yet so powerful they have been shown to reduce fall risk by up to 45%. Before we dive in, do something for me. Think about one daily activity that has gotten harder lately. Maybe it is getting up from your favorite chair, or perhaps you are holding the handrail a little tighter on the stairs. If you can relate to this, type yes in the comments right now. If you are watching this for a loved one, type caring. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a tip for your well-being. Let's get started. Our first cornerstone is an isometric exercise that looks deceptively simple but is a powerhouse for knee health: the wall sit. Isometrics create tension without movement, which is incredibly effective for combating muscle atrophy while remaining completely low impact. By removing the grinding motion of a traditional squat, we spare the cartilage while placing a tremendous demand on the quadriceps. This drives blood flow to the patellar tendon, promoting healing. To do this, find a sturdy wall and lean your back flat against it. Slide down until your hips and knees form a 90-degree angle. If you are just starting, stay a bit higher. Press your lower back firmly into the wall and drive your heels into the floor. You shouldn't feel sharp pain. Instead, visualize the large muscles of your thighs burning in a controlled manner. It is a mental challenge. Aim for 30 to 60 seconds for 3 rounds. If you feel pressure in the joint, just slide up a few inches. Consistency here builds the structural integrity to move through your day with ease. Next, we address the posterior chain with the glute bridge. Your glutes are the powerhouse muscles for standing and walking, but prolonged sitting causes what physical therapists call glute amnesia. When these muscles go to sleep, your lower back takes the hit. The glute bridge counters this by waking up the primary movers and opening the hip flexors. Lie flat on your back on a mat or even your bed. Bend your knees and place your feet hip-width apart. As you exhale, drive your heels into the floor to lift your hips toward the ceiling. Imagine you are trying to squeeze a penny between your buttocks. Form a straight line from shoulders to knees. Hold that squeeze at the top for 2 seconds. Perform 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Do not push so high that you arch your back. Keep it level and controlled. Now, let's talk about a dynamic engine for longevity: incline walking. Running creates high-impact forces that can degrade joints over time. Walking at a moderate incline utilizes gravity to intensify muscle recruitment without the shock. This angle forces deeper activation of the glutes and hamstrings. Whether on a treadmill or a hill, start with a gentle 3 to 5% incline. Keep your torso upright and do not lean on the handrails. Driving through your heels with every step will correct muscle imbalances. Start with 10 minutes at a pace where you can still speak comfortably. If you feel tightness in your Achilles, reduce the incline. We want a challenge, not a strain. Moving to the lower leg, we have an exercise your doctor probably hasn't mentioned: calf raises. Your calves are often called your second heart. They assist in pumping blood back up to your chest, aiding circulation and reducing swelling. Strong calves also stabilize the ankle, which is your primary point of contact with the ground. To do these, stand on the edge of a step with the balls of your feet. Hold a railing for balance. Drive through your toes to rise as high as possible. Pause, and then lower your heels slowly below the step level for a stretch. Control is non-negotiable. Aim for 15 to 20 smooth repetitions. Avoid bouncing at the bottom. A sudden force can harm the tendon. If standing is too much, you can even do these seated to start getting that blood moving. To partner with the calves, we must strengthen the tibialis anterior, the muscle on the front of your shin. This is almost universally neglected, yet it is critical for preventing falls. It lifts your toes when you walk. Weakness here leads to a shuffling gait and tripping over rugs. To perform tibialis raises, lean your back against a wall and slide your feet out about 2 feet. With heels planted, lift your toes toward your shins as high as possible. You will feel a distinct burn. Aim for high volume, 15 to 25 repetitions. This investment ensures proper foot clearance with every step for decades to come. Let's talk posture. Most seniors don't need a stronger chest, they need a stronger back. Years of reaching forward creates the question mark posture. This makes breathing harder and causes headaches. Enter scapular retraction. Sit or stand tall, raise your arms to shoulder height, and bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Imagine squeezing a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Pull them down and back as if tucking them into your back pockets. Hold for 5 seconds and relax. Do 10 reps. This pulls your frame back into alignment, making you look and feel years younger. Now, I know push-ups sound intimidating, but we are doing senior-friendly wall push-ups. These build the strength to push yourself up from bed or get up from the floor if you ever fall. Stand arm's length from a wall, palms flat at shoulder height. Lean in and push back out. Keep your body in a straight line. If this is too easy, move to a sturdy kitchen counter. Control the movement. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. This simulates the vital motion of maintaining your independence. Finally, we must address spinal rotation. Think about looking over your shoulder while driving or reaching for a seatbelt. If your spine cannot twist, your world gets smaller. Sit tall in a chair with feet flat. Place your left hand on your right knee and gently twist to look over your right shoulder. The twist should come from your middle back, not your neck. Exhale as you twist to relax the muscles. Hold for 20 seconds and switch sides. Never force it. Your range will improve over time. So how do you fit this in? You don't need a gym. Do your calf raises while the coffee brews. Do your scapular retractions during commercials. Do your glute bridges before getting out of bed. The key is consistency over intensity. Every repetition is a deposit into your future freedom. Building strength after 50 is not about ego, it is about dignity. I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 areas will you focus on first? Let me know in the comments below. If you found value in this, please hit the like button and share it with a friend who needs to stay strong. Until next time, keep moving, stay resilient, and remember, it is never too late to build a stronger version of yourself.